What is up, guys? Mega Matt here with another pickups video for the month of June. Hope everyone is staying safe out there during this crazy time. I did get out to some garage sales. I did some thrifting. I have got a lot of pickups this month. So we're just going to jump right into it. So this is probably going to be a longer video. So grab yourself a drink or a snack and here we go. So first things first, what should I start with? So I went out to the garage sales and didn't really have a lot of luck until I came to a small community sale. Asked if they didn't have any video games out, asked if they had any video games, and the lady said she would talk to her son, and I left my number, and she said he would be in contact with me. A lot of times, 9 times out of 10, you never hear back from the person. But however, he sent me some pictures of some stuff. He sent me some Wii games and some PS2 games. And he was kind of asking kind of high price for them, but I said I would be interested. And I asked if he had anything older. He said he might have an N64, so with some games and stuff. So I jumped back in the car, got back over there, and this is what he showed me, the Wii games and everything, and then he had some extra stuff which I was really interested in. One of the things was he found an N64 system. I'm not going to show. It's just a standard gray system with a jumper and the hookups. No controller, unfortunately, but we'll get to that in a minute. One PS2 game I did pick up that I've been wanting to play for the collection is Shadow of Destiny. That is complete. This game, I don't really know much about it, but it kind of looks like, what do you call it? It's by Konami. The graphics are kind of like Silent Hill, I guess, Resident Evil type. I don't know, it just kind of looks like that to me. Maybe I'm wrong. So I picked that up, and then he had some boxes of stuff, and he's like, "Are you interested in these?" And I said, "Absolutely." He only wanted $1 a piece for these, so I ended up passing on the Wii stuff because this stuff was more important. So this is weird. Some of this stuff I've never seen before. Like, this is a Game Hunter Pro for the original PlayStation. It's in there and everything. It's not new or nothing, but I've never seen that before. This is a Game Shark for the PlayStation 2. So, PlayStation 2 Game Shark. Again, he had a couple PlayStation 2 games. Nothing I was interested in except Shadow of Destiny. This is in here and everything. And then the original PlayStation, a GT Master cheat cartridge for Gran Turismo. Yeah, never seen this before either. This looks like it's an EB Games exclusive. As you guys know, I think EB Games became GameStop. So yeah, that's kind of an old school reference there. And then he had one N64 game. However, he had a lot of N64 boxes. The only N64 game he had was Mission Impossible. And this is just the cart and the box. No manual, unfortunately. It's kind of funny because the rest of these boxes have no games, but they have manuals. So I don't know what happened, if he's lost them, or I don't know where he got these at. He did say if he found some more or found the stuff, cartridges, he would let me know. I still have not heard from him. It's been like probably 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks since this sale, since I got these from. So I doubt he'll be in contact with me unless they do some more digging and, you know. But anyway, box and manual for Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Some of these do have posters in them. I'm not going to open these up because they're kind of a pain in the butt to put back together. WCW NWO Revenge. This is box and manual. Star Wars Episode 1 Racer box and manual. This, I had an extra expansion pack, so I threw it in there. So this is a complete inbox expansion pack. This was just the box and like little insert. And then there was a controller included. This is in here. It's in really nice shape. It looks like it only been used a couple times, but pretty cool. The red N64 controller in box. The box is in pretty nice, decent shape. So I'm definitely going to be keeping this. Because if I wanted any colored controller, it'd be red, because red is my favorite color. So that's pretty awesome. I believe I paid... What did I pay for all that? You know what? I don't remember. It was $1 a box. It was like $60, I think, because he wanted like 7 for the PlayStation 2 game, and he wanted 7 or 8 for Metal Gear Solid. And I think the controller was like 25 or 30 he wanted, so I'm not going to complain with that. So that was pretty awesome. Next, I did end up the same day, decided to try my luck at Goodwill. The Goodwill in my area, when they have games or whatever, they're usually snatched up real quick. There's a bunch of resellers and that in my area. I know there's a couple guys that get there right when they open, so if they have anything, it's usually gone unless they put out stuff later, which I think this was the case. But I found these 2 PlayStation 1 games. They're kind of scratched up, but you don't see these too often. So we got the original Spyro, and as you can see, I paid 99 cents, and Vigilante 8, 99 cents as well. So that is pretty awesome. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I have the door closed and my cat is scratching at my door. I would let him in here, but there is so much stuff in here, he would knock over some stuff. So, but anyway, next off, I went to a game store, which was in Freeport, Illinois, which is about 40 minutes from here. This game store, I had no idea it was around until YouTuber I know, Megadan29, he, I guess, goes there, not frequently, but he put out a video saying, go during this pandemic, when stores start to open, support your local game stores and everything. And he mentioned the store, and I had no clue it was even there. Like, I knew there was a game store in Freeport, but it closed years ago. So I ended up going. After I saw the video, I ended up taking a trip down there. And I got some pretty decent stuff, and prices were pretty decent. So I'm not going to complain. And I was talking to the owner, and it seems like he lives not too far from where I live, so they're talking about maybe moving the store up closer to where I live. So we will see about that. But I did end up getting 5 games from there. Only GameCube game I got was NBA Courtside 2002. And the only reason I got this is because a lot of people have been saying this game is going to spike, or it will spike, because if you don't know already, you should know, unless you're living under a rock. Kobe Bryant passed away earlier this year, so this has Kobe Bryant on the cover, and I don't really know much about this game in general, if it's good or not. I'm not a big sports game guy. I will test it out, but it was only like, I think, $5, so I'm not going to pass up on that. So definitely cool to see that, because I've seen it normally already being kind of spiked up in the $20 to $30 range, which is insane. But anyway, next game I got was for the PSP. It is complete as well. We got Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, and I am a fan of the Kingdom Hearts series. I have not played this version, however, so I did have a copy of this. However, my ex took it, so I let her have it anyway. So, but this game is not that expensive to find again, so I figured I would find it down the road again. So it is complete. So that's cool. Next two games, I got PlayStation 1 games. The first one I got, which is kind of a funny thing, Greg from Arcade Impossible. I've mentioned him a couple times on the channel here. He's a huge fan of the arcade game called Robotron. It turns out they made some ports of Robotron. There was one on the N64, and there was this one on the PlayStation 1, which is Robotron X. I have played this. This is a fun game. It's a little bit easier than the original Robotron, which is why I like it. But Robotron is, if you guys don't know what Robotron is, a twin stick like shooter where you're this guy and you have to shoot all these like robots, and you have to basically save the people, or save humanity, as it says at the top there. So you kind of save these people from being killed by these robots. So, but it's a really fun game. It gets difficult as you know, levels progress, but definitely a fun one. And then the next PlayStation 1 game, I don't think I've ever seen ever, or at least I've not like looked for it. If I haven't seen it, I don't remember seeing this at any conventions or anything. It's not really worth a lot of money, you know, but just never seen it. I don't know if it's horrible. It might be horrible, but the Incredible Hulk, the Pantheon Saga. Hope I'm saying that right. But yeah, never played this. It kind of looks like a platformer. I just hope it's not horrible, but we shall see. And then the last game I got, which is actually underpriced. I've been looking for this game for a while now. I have the first two on the DS. This is the 3DS version. It's a shooter. I love my shooters, even though I suck at them. But this is Nano Assault on the 3DS. So, pretty awesome. So yeah, that's what I got from the game store in Freeport. I think I paid around $45-50 for all those games, which isn't bad. Definitely, you know, cool to support another local, semi-local game store around here. So, all right, moving on. I actually went to a what's the name of it? Oh my gosh, drawing a blank right now. Oh man, what's that called when somebody has a home sale, and then like the whole house is for sale? What the heck? I'm like brain farting like crazy right now. Estate sale. There it is, estate sale. Jeez. Anyway, I went to an estate sale. I don't normally go to estate sales because a lot of times they don't have anything I'm really looking for. But they had, I saw some pictures and they had some video game stuff, which is crazy. You don't normally see video game stuff in a estate sale. However, the prices on this estate sale were kind of high. I did pay up for this stuff. I might have paid a little too much. That's okay, because you don't normally see this stuff, but I got a stack of Nintendo Power magazines, which you don't really find Nintendo Powers anymore, at least around my area. It could be different wherever you live, but whenever they pop up around here, it seems like they get snatched up like right away. It was kind of weird how the estate sale was set up. The estate sale was at 9 o'clock, but they had a sign-up sheet at 8 a.m. So I was there at 8 a.m. and there was me and there was one other person in front of me. So I was number 2 on the list. Basically, you just sign your name, and then the lady said, come back in an hour and be here at 9 o'clock sharp. So they started reading off names. You had to wear a mask because you're going inside a house. So, but I was number 2 in there, so I went up there, found the Nintendo Power magazines. But like I said, they were kind of pricey. I think they did their research, but I'm just gonna go through them real quick. So we got Nintendo Power number 48, Batman Returns. This is volume 30 with Final Fantasy 2 on the cover. And I think I would say 90% of these have like the poster and the inserts and all that. So that was another reason why I picked these up. A lot of times you find these and the poster's missing, or like there's a registration card. Some come with stickers. You know, a lot of times that stuff's missing, but I think there's only 1 or 2 of these magazines that did not have like the insert or the poster. So this is volume 21 with Star Tropics. Volume 38 with Street Fighter 2. I like that cover. It's pretty cool. We got volume 55 with Aladdin. We've got volume 44 with The Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse. This one is issue number 95, which has Batman, The Adventures of Batman and Robin. Volume 68. I don't know why it says 95. Maybe... Oh, it says bonus issue. See, some of these I haven't even looked at. So, this one, which I do have, but this is probably an upgrade because it's got Mega Man on the cover. Volume 69. Yeah, Mega Man X2. It's kind of sad they put the label over that, but yeah, this one I think I found some of the Mega Man ones online and they were missing some of the inserts. We've got volume 39, Mario Paint. This is a cool one. Volume 67, Earthworm Jim, Part 2. Another Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Volume 51. This one, which is kind of falling apart. What is this? Volume 85? Yep, this has got... Oh, N64. So this is probably Mario 64, I want to say. Yes. This one is awesome. Link's Awakening. Volume 50. They actually had 2 of these. This one it has the cover has a crease in it, unfortunately, but the other one did not have the inserts or anything, so I passed on it. And then this was kind of pricey as well, but I have not seen this. Actually, I've seen this one other time, and it was like $50, $60. I think it was 30 or 35 at the estate sale. So yeah, I decided to take a chance on it. Mario Mania Player's Guide. So I believe this has all like the Mario games, like tips and tricks and all that inside. So that's pretty cool. And then I got a stack of manuals, which unfortunately were individually priced as well. Everything was individually priced at this estate sale, which is crazy because I thought estate sales, they want to get rid of everything, you know, quickly, but on the cheap side, but I got WCW NWO World Tour for the N64. You can see I paid $4 for that. Yeah, unfortunately, these stickers, I'm going to have to take a heat gun to get these off because I tried peeling one off and it was taking some of the art on the back off, so I didn't do that. We got Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. These are mainly N64 manuals. Robotron 64, as I mentioned earlier. GoldenEye 007. And the best one in the lot, which was probably the cheapest one, is a manual for Space Megaforce. Yeah, crazy that none of these games were anywhere at this estate sale. Especially Space Megaforce. That's like $100 cartridge easily. So, but that's what I got from that. Moving along. Moving along, these next couple things I got from a website from another YouTuber called Sick Cooper. He does daily vlogs. He owns a video game store out in, I believe, is it Oregon? Yeah, I think it's Oregon. Um, and they were closed for business, and he put a website for anybody to buy stuff, people that watch the channel or whoever happened to stumble across. So he had some games and this other thing that I was interested in, and the prices were actually, decent. They were basically price charting prices, so that's what I would pay. um, and then you had to pay shipping, obviously. So first off, I got Crazy Taxi Fare Wars for the PSP. That is complete. And this one, which is a Ghost and Goblins, I think, not remake or reboot, but it's like a sequel to Ghost and Goblins. It's the same like style except in 3D. This is Maximo Ghosts to Glory. There is 2 Maximo games. The other one is kind of pricey and it's kind of harder to find. And then I got this, which is a controller that he got in, called the Brawler 64. It's basically a remake of an N64 controller where it feels like a standard controller, so it's better to feel on the hands, it's not so awkward. And this is the watermelon version. He had all different colors. The N64s come in the green, the blue, the purple, whatnot. So I decided to pick that up. That is that. We are almost done, guys. I think I still have one thing, couple things after this. I did a local trade with a buddy that bought games off me before. He was selling some GameCube games. I was gonna trade him for this, but he needed some cash. This is like an uncommon GameCube game. I've seen this few times in the wild, mainly at conventions, so the price was up there. But I paid him, I think, what did I pay him? $70 for this, I think, which is pretty good. It goes for over 100 now. But this is Ribbit King for the GameCube. I got it. It's complete. It's 2 discs. Basically, if you want to play golf with frogs, this is what this is. You use the frog as like the golf ball, and you get like a meter, like in a golf video game and everything. So it's just kind of weird and obscure. You don't find, but definitely cool to pick that up. The one and only thing I got at my local game store here in my city, which reopened. They posted this on Facebook. I wasn't gonna get this at first. I had this game before I went on selling my games and stuff, and I kind of didn't want to get rid of this, but I kind of needed the money at the time. So, but I'm glad I found it again, and I found it with the manual, and it was basically the same price for it loose. And my game store had it, and I went like 2 days after they posted this on Facebook. So, but that is Demon's Crest for the Super Nintendo. Really cool game, really awesome game. One of my favorite games on the SNES by far. So that was awesome. One thing, and then the pickup, basically the pickup of the month or the pickup of the year, I would say. But this is an EverDrive. I've talked about this in other videos. I've been getting EverDrives lately. I did end up getting the EverDrive Pro for the original Nintendo, and I ended up getting the glow-in-the-dark version. This is cool because this cartridge glows green when it's put under regular light. So, but I loaded a bunch of ROMs on it. It works. I haven't gone through every ROM yet, but happy to add this to the EverDrive library. So, and then the last pickup, probably the best pickup of, like I said, the month, the year by far. This was a Facebook deal. The funniest part or weirdest part about this is this guy posted he had over 100 DVDs for sale. And one thing he had just a few pictures. He had a huge box full. He had a huge, just a few pictures of DVDs, and I noticed this in the picture. Grand Theft Auto 5 for the PlayStation 3, and it happens to be not in there, which sucks. But, so I messaged him. He only wanted $50. So I messaged him. I said, hey, I see there's a video game in there. Do you happen to have any other video games? And does it pay? It always pays to ask. So whenever you guys are out there hunting, garage sailing, whatever, always ask, because you just never know. And this guy says, yeah, I got a PlayStation 2 and I think a Nintendo with some games. So he sent me some pictures. He said, you can have the Nintendo, the PlayStation, everything, and all the DVDs for $100. So I was like, well, I don't really need the DVDs, but there is a lot of DVDs. I don't know what I'm going to do with them because my game store used to take DVDs and they don't take them anymore. I might just group them in a lot and try to sell them. I don't really collect DVDs. There is like some that are kind of not really rare, I should say, but some like there's a couple of anime series and some comedy DVDs in that. But I instantly said yes because the pickup here is pretty crazy. So I'm not going to show like the cords and everything for the systems and that, but I got a NES controller, 2 silver PlayStation 2 controllers, a Wii Pro controller, which there was no Wii games or anything in this bundle, which was kind of odd. We got a orange zapper. This is kind of neat to see because you don't see these. NES Advantage controller, which is in really decent shape. A lot of this stuff, I haven't tested anything yet, but it just basically needs a good cleaning and it should work just fine. We got a PlayStation 2 Slim Black with a memory card. And the NES, which has seen better days. There's a chip here and there's a chip on the corner here. Did have a bonus game inside, but we will get to that. And then probably the best part of the whole thing is all these games. So what should I start with? I will start with PlayStation 2 and 3. The only other PlayStation 3 game was Guitar Hero World Tour. Nothing crazy. We got Family Guy for the PlayStation 2. Burnout. Domination. These are all complete too as well. There was only one. This game, which Jaws Unleashed, which had 2 copies in it. I don't know why. Maybe one doesn't work. No idea. Family Feud. Spider-Man. Thrillville Off the Rails. Superman Returns. Burnout Revenge. Downhill Domination. TMNT. The Matrix Path of Neo. Sonic Mega Collection Plus. Last PlayStation 2 game is Transformers the Game. So that was PlayStation 2. He had PlayStation 1 games, which a few of these I think I'm adding to the collection because I played these when I was younger and I got rid of them. And I haven't come across them since. So, Test Drive 5. Roll Cage. This is disc only, but this is loaded. Duke Nukem Time to Kill. CTR. And then these two I'm probably adding to the collection are Twisted Metal 2 and Twisted Metal 3. Twisted Metal is such an awesome series. If you guys never played it, it's basically a racing game where you're racing and you have guns and you find different weapons to upgrade, and you basically try to blow up the other cars. So, pretty awesome. And then the best part of this whole deal was the games for the NES. But before I get into that, there were some manuals, just manuals only, that were included in this lot as well. Some of these games are not included in what I got, so I don't know. He said he was moving, so maybe I said if I message him and he said if he finds more, he'll let me know, but I haven't heard anything. We got Indie Heat, Dragon Warrior manual, no Sega Genesis or games, but Caliber 50, I think. RBI Baseball, Ice Hockey, WCW World Championship Wrestling. This is a Mario Bros. Manual with no cover. TMNT Manhattan Project. This is falling apart. The staple is like, it kind of sucks. It's kind of falling apart. And then Metroid, the yellow version. So that was all the manuals I got. We're almost done, guys. Hang in there. I know this video is over 30 minutes now, but just bear with me, please. This came with a Game Genie with a code book. And then these are in no particular order, but I've got a huge stack of NES games. We're just going to go down the line here. We got Fester's Quest, Rad Racer, Kings of the Beach, Exodus Ultima. Try to move these over maybe. Move these up here. Pro Wrestling. I apologize if you guys hear bangs in the background. It's fireworks. My neighborhood is lighting off fireworks. It's July 3rd, so it's the day before the 4th. Baseball. Operation Wolf. It's the RBI Baseball. Tengen game. Only Tengen game in the lot. This was in the system. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So that was like a bonus game. Akari Warriors. Ninja Gaiden 2. Dark Sword of Chaos. Rad Racer 2. To the Earth. I never played that game before. Wayne Gretzky Hockey. Good old Metal Gear. Friday the 13th. We got Gradius. Good old Contra classic run and gun. Darkman. Horrible game. The Battle... Sorry about that, guys. My camera just died, so sorry about that. The Battle of Olympus. Ninja Gaiden 1. Top Gun Second Mission. Skate or Die. Hubert. Puznik. Bases Loaded 2 second season. Super Mario Bros. Duck Hunt with a torn spine label there. These are all in really good shape too. Double Dragon. Guerrilla War. And last three games, best games in the whole lot. Super Mario Bros. 3. Yellow label variant of Metroid. And Legend of Zelda. A pretty nice clean copy gold cartridge. So all that was $100. I don't know how I could have passed that up. You know, nobody would pass that up. Definitely some awesome games in the collection, or in that collection. Definitely Awesome. So do not hesitate. Always ask if you're going out game hunting, thrifting. Well, not thrifting, but garage sailing. Always ask if they have games. That's what I do. That's how I find most of this stuff. Um, but anyway, I appreciate you guys watching, sticking through this long video. Happy 4th of July. Stay safe, everyone. And until next time, take care.